Okay, Friday, September 11th. I'm Tom Novak. This is your Bring Me the News and Novak Weather update. Happy Friday, everybody, and welcome to the weekend, or at least the start of the weekend here. We're going to be, of course, trying to tie everything together this weekend. I know people want to get out and enjoy the outdoors, and we've had a real crummy week over at least southern Minnesota this week, and certainly it's been cool. And I know people are looking for sunshine, especially those in southern Minnesota. I have some good news and some bad news. Let's get to the bad news first. This is the visible satellite loop, and you can clearly see just a beautiful looking upper level low pressure system now that is spinning over western Nebraska and western South Dakota. This upper level low is starting to pivot north and east towards Minnesota, and you can see out ahead of it we get this fetch of moisture coming up from the Gulf of Mexico and from Texas and Louisiana all the way north into Minnesota, and this moisture will continue to surge north as we go through the night and tomorrow morning. Hence the reason why I think clouds are going to be sticking around for at least the next 24 hours. But the good news is that the second half of the week, at least Sunday, should feature quite a bit of sunshine over southern Minnesota. In fact, I think maybe most of Minnesota should experience sunshine on Sunday. That means warmer temperatures. This is a moisture channel loop now. Water vapor imagery is what we call this, and you can clearly see that moisture is wrapping up and around that upper level low now. Again, that's over western Nebraska, western South Dakota. As this upper level low pivots north and east over the next 24 hours, it's going to take much of this moisture with it. It'll string it across Minnesota. So yeah, we're going to be cloudy for about the next 24 hours. But eventually we are going to get some dry air here. And you can see it here on this moisture channel loop. Some of this dry air is going to wrap into this system. So maybe some peaks of sunshine tomorrow with this increased dry air intrusion. And then I think Sunday we'll get quite a bit of dry air to wrap in to the upper Midwest, which is good news for those that are looking for sunshine. All right. Here are the temperatures this afternoon, and take a look at these cold temperatures. Again, our average high now for this time of the year should be in the mid-70s here in southern Minnesota. We're still stuck in the mid to upper 50s, maybe even some low 60s, but that's a good 10 to 15 degrees below normal. And that's, of course, for the most part due to the clouds now that are just stuck over much of the state and over western Wisconsin. Now, as we go through time and you look at what happens as we get into tomorrow. Now this is tomorrow late afternoon right here. You can see we're still stuck with temperatures in the upper 50s and low 60s. Again, a good 10 to 15 degrees normal, and you can see where that shield of clouds are likely going to be located right over much of Minnesota and western Wisconsin. But look out here in the Dakotas. Temperatures will be rising well into the 70s and low 80s. That's because they're going to have sunshine, and eventually that warmer air and sunshine is going to move east into Minnesota as we get into Sunday. In fact, temperatures by Sunday afternoon, look at this. Even in the Twin Cities Metro and Rochester Metro and southern half of Minnesota, we should surge well into the 70s, which would put us with temperatures near or above average. Imagine that as we get into Sunday afternoon. So there is some good news if you're looking for warm air on the horizon. But before we get to that, we need to get through some rain. Here's future radar from the NAM Nest computer model guidance, and look at how it develops rain across southern, in fact, basically almost the whole state of Minnesota as we go through this evening and overnight. Look at this, some actually fairly significant showers, maybe even just a rumble of thunder across much of Minnesota and western Wisconsin as we go through time. Again, look at how that rain moves to the north and northeast across the upper Midwest, and you can kind of see a pinwheeling low pressure system here, again, in the mid to upper levels over South Dakota that will be surging to the northeast as we go through the next 24 to 36 hours. Eventually, yes, we have to put up with some showers the way it appears here on Saturday, some pop-up showers, but by Sunday, we clear out. And in fact, we get a pretty nice west and southwesterly flow to develop, at least over southern Minnesota, as we get into Sunday, and that means much warmer air. Now, as far as precipitation is concerned, here's what we are expecting for totals over the next 24 to 36 hours. By about tomorrow noon, you can see some areas across southern Minnesota may be measuring rainfall amounts in excess of an inch. And I think many of us are in for a good half inch to an inch of rain as we go through time. Now, these showers and isolated storms are going to be scattered, okay? So not everybody's going to get on the heavier rains, but certainly some people, if you get under some of these heavy showers, are going to experience significant rain. And as you go down here into eastern Iowa and western southern Wisconsin, look at the heavy rains down there where they could be expecting rains in excess of 3 inches in some areas. So no doubt a wet 24-hour period here on the way for Minnesota and western Wisconsin. But all of that comes to an end as we get into Sunday, as the weather pattern changes, and we look forward to a much warmer, not only second half of the weekend, but then much of next week. So hang in there, everybody. Have a great weekend. Thank you for watching. We will talk to everyone on Monday.